Hi, I'm Medhat Yakan, Product Architect at Akamai. Today I'd like to show you a short demo for our script management product. For those not familiar with script management, it's an Akamai product that allows you to monitor and manage scripts on your site, particularly third-party scripts. Those could be scripts that have been added through tag managers, and they may be causing negative performance impacts on your site. In particular for this demo, I would like to focus mainly on the Policy Tester Chrome extension, which is a tool that complements our product offering and allows you to experiment with script actions locally in your browser without having to activate a policy on the network. So let's get started. The site I'm using today for our demo is right here, and let me reload that site page, and then you'll notice basically it's taking quite a bit to respond, and something is impacting the rendering of the page. So let's dig a little bit deeper into that. So let's go into the Dev console, into the Network tab, and let's reload again, and let's see what's going on. So we'll notice here basically something is causing my content loaded event to take a long time. And if we look for it, we'll notice that there's a couple of scripts here. The defer script takes around 3 seconds, and a block script that takes around 10 seconds. And that's what's causing my script, my page to load very slowly. So let's go into, if I'm a customer of the of Akamai and I have one of the IAM products, and I can access the script management UI by going to the mega menu and selecting the basically I selected the script management Impulse UI and looking for my host here. And basically, if I go into the script view and let's filter on third-party scripts, I'll find these scripts in here. And sure enough, basically they're labeled as being high, and the defer one is taking around 3.3 seconds, and the block one is taking around 10.5 seconds. I'll also notice that basically I have a version that's active on production, but I don't have anything deferred or blocked. Which is why I'm noticing the degradation on my site. So one way I could handle this is by going to edit and create a new policy, and I can do the same thing here, filter by third-party scripts, and I can take an action on those scripts. And if I'm not sure they might break my site, I would want to activate it on staging, wait for the activation, go on my site, redirect it to the staging environment, do the testing, then when I'm satisfied, then go back in here and activate it on production. But if I'm iterating on this, it might be a bit cumbersome to do this over and over again. So what we're going to show is how the policy tester helps you with this workflow. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is then download the Chrome extension. So I'm going to go to the Chrome Web Store. I'm going to look for Akamai Script Management. I'm going to add it to Chrome. And let's take a look at our Chrome extensions. And sure enough, it's right here. I can look at its details, version 0.21. I'm going to enable it in incognito mode because that's where I'm doing my demo. And let's go back to our site and see how it's going to help us. Okay, so back to our site. Let's open the Dev console again. And I'll notice here there's a new panel for script management, SM for short. If I click on it, I'll be able to retrieve the policies. As we noticed, the production v4 policy that I saw in my Luna Control Center is here. I can click on that, and I can load the policy. So now that's loaded, we'll notice basically that the policy version v4 in production is currently applied in the browser. There's the date of when it was activated, and notice there's no deferred or blocked scripts. The information in here about the host name I'm using, the service worker is enabled. If there was an issue, with a site that prevents it from being installed, then it'll show as disabled. And I can also disable it to do any testing if I'm worried about the service worker itself. Here's the version of the service worker as well. And down here in the list it's showing me a summary of the actions that are on production network. They're grouped by domain, basically. So I can expand that. And I'll notice that these scripts that were giving me a hard time, the ones to block and defer, are listed here. Now, in here, under policy, the checkbox is indicating which policy I'm going to basically apply locally and have the browser have the service worker in the browser take action based on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to experiment. So let me go in and block this script, and might as well defer the one that says defer me. And I'm going to apply the version locally in here and confirm it. Okay, so let's go to the network tab now and reload. And we'll notice our DOM content load is much shorter. And if I look for the block and deferred script, the blocked script is completely blocked. Search for it. It's returning for 3. It's completely blocked. It's not downloaded. And you can see how the defer script has been deferred. And visually and through my performance metrics, it's obvious basically that the site is responding more quickly. And just to show this more clearly, let's look at it side by side. So this is my site with the local policy. I'm going to reload it. And this is my site with the policy that's active on the network, because this is Firefox and doesn't have the Chrome extension. And you notice on the left, it's loaded very quickly. On the right, it's still loading. And if I give it a little bit more time, you'll see how long the content downloaded took. I also verified that visually nothing was broken by me taking the action. So now I'm going to go back into Script Management UI, and I'm going to take the same actions in here. So the block script, I'm going to block it. Defer script, I'm going to defer it. I'm going to activate the staging. And I should be activating staging, doing the testing. But I'm going to go ahead and activate production because I've already activated the staging and tested it. So we'll say activation is progress. So one way that I can check whether the activation is completed or not is to go back and use the Chrome extension as well, the policy tester, to see which version is. So going back in here to my site and reloading, I'll see that production v4 is still there. So I'll give it a few minutes basically for the v5 version to be activated on the network. Okay, now that I've reloaded and retrieved the new policy, I'll do it again. You'll notice that production v5 policy is loaded. You'll also notice that I've basically, if I reload my site, that it's loading quite a bit quicker now. And also my script is being blocked, and the other one is being deferred. And if I go back in Script Management and load the policy, the production policy, I can verify basically that the production policy in here has basically the renegade block, script blocked, and the defer script deferred. I hope that was a useful demo. Thank you very much.